All right, we are now going live, folks. So everyone knows. Camera's all set and ready to go. Hold on. All right, go ahead.
Welcome to the monthly focus, everybody.
I might just watch stuff.
Welcome to the monthly focus, everybody.
I'm just making sure everything's working. Small crowds and
Give it up for your host, Milana Lilo.
Hey everybody! How's everybody doing tonight? All right.
So, welcome to the monthly focus, and this month's monthly focus is on smoking and vaping. All right, let's do this.
All right.
Oh, who's dissolving?
By the Delaware Prevention Partners,
And a youth coalition.
the Kids Department,
And now we have tonight's show, starting with Who's in the Room,
Meet the Crew,
tonight's goals,
Commercial Break, Ask the Community.
Monica's video,
What do all these people have in common?
Matthew Perry tribute,
Be a Quitter,
Two Gobbles and a Fly,
Youth Spotlight,
Outreach Moment with Elena,
Interview with David Myers,
Open Mic.
and Chicken Dance.
So, who's in the room? Basically, you can shout your club, organization, or maybe just you. So, who's in the room? Milan's grandma.
HFAM's in the room, okay?
HFAM.
The
The
cause in the
Cause.
room. I think
BYC.
Walnut Grove Co-op. I think Walnut Grove Co-op is in the room. All right. Youth Build.
Anyone else?
All right.
Okay, next slide.
All right. So meet the crew. So Elena's on camera. We got Jason on camera. We have Lily on camera. We have Adam, Makai, Eli, Monica, and Jacob back here. And we have
Clave is
Clave
sitting over there.
here. And yeah, all right. All right, so now we have tonight's goals. Number 1, to raise awareness about smoking and vaping.
Learn how to quit smoking and vaping. And now we have an open mic sign up. So, most likely out there, we have Darby with a sign up sheet in case you want to sign up to do the open mic later. And this will come up again eventually during the show.
So we have asked the community. What would you tell a loved one to get them to stop smoking?
And while you think about that, we have a video.
If I knew someone that I wanted to stop smoking, I would talk to them about the effects that it would have long term.
Probably to like take away their cigarettes and make sure like keep an eye on them not to like buy cigarettes.
What I would do to tell someone that I love is to show them the risk factors of smoking, educating them, but also painting a picture of what lung cancer exactly looks like. How would that impact their day-to-day life if they were to develop lung cancer?
I would actually tell them, let's just get fit. Let's start working on getting fit and changing our routine, because eventually you're not going to be able to do both.
I would definitely tell them the benefits of not smoking, kind of just give them insight about their health, and also really like now the economy is about money. So like if you stop smoking, you'll save a lot of money.
I would let them know about the people that love and care about them and want them to be on this earth and how it could possibly affect you forever, and it's not worth it.
Show you the reality of what it's like to live in that disease, and it's very, very hard for all the loved ones around you, and for that sake, to remind yourself to not expose yourself to the carcinogens like nicotine, and to improve the quality of life of you and for the people that care about you.
All right.
So we have the question again. What would you tell someone who you loved to stop smoking? Okay. We'll both go around.
Smoking or vaping gets so expensive if you add it up over time. I started smoking when I was 16 and I quit 10 years later. And if I smoked a pack a day, there was 1 year where I smoked a pack a day. That was $5 a day, and 5 times 7 is 35. That's in 1 week I spent $35. So in 1 year, 35 times 52 is a little harder. Anybody use their phones? 35 times 52 in 1 year, how much did I spend? What was that? $1,800. So in 10 years, $18,000. That's a cheap used car, right? Yeah, that's what I would tell people. Buy a car instead.
All right. Anybody else?
If they smoke cigarettes, I'd tell them they smell.
Thank you. Anybody else?
Okay.
All right. So next we have Monica's video, The Dangers of Vaping.
Asthma and seizures too. With cigarettes, vapes, and jewels, they are often marketed as safe alternatives to smoking. Teens often want vape pens because vape pens come in fun flavored, have sleek, enticing packaging, and because their friends are doing it and it makes them look cool. What are the health effects of vaping? Addiction, anxiety and depression, becoming a smoker, sleep problems, and lung damage. Why should I quit? You should quit because vaping is not good for your lungs and can also cause cancer. It can cause cancer. It can also cause asthma and seizures too. When should I call a doctor? You should call the doctor right away when you start to feel these symptoms: coughing, shortness of breath, or chest pain. If you or a loved one is vaping and you don't know how to quit, then I suggest you keep this number. And if you have a child, a best friend, or just friends in general that is vaping and you are worried about their health, then I suggest you give them this number and hopefully they will reach out. How can I quit? Here is the number where you can get help if you want to quit.
All right. So next we have, what do all these people have in common? What do all these celebrities have in common?
Think about it. Also, you can shout out the answers if you want. Yes, but not quite.
They all vape.
So all these people did smoke for a time and they were able to quit. And if they were able to quit, you're able to quit. All right, now we have the Matthew Perry tribute.
Hold on, one question. I have a question. Because how many celebrity people in here, I'm just curious, at one point in their life smoked cigarettes but now quit? Because I'm going to say I'm one of them. Anyone else? Number 2, okay. Anyone else? Look around, everybody. If you're still smoking and you want some support, there's a room full.
You need to quit.
All right, now we have the Matthew Perry tribute with Elena.
All right, as many of you may know, the actor Matthew Perry, he passed away just a few weeks ago, and he was known as playing Chandler Bing on the show Friends. But what he really wanted to be remembered by was being the guy you could go to when you wanted to quit, and he would help. Because over the course of the show Friends, and for many years in his life, he struggled with drug abuse, but he was able to overcome it, and he wanted to help many other people overcome it as well.
You said in the book, I think you have to have all your dreams come true to realize they're the wrong dreams. What are the dreams now?
The best thing about me, bar none, is if somebody comes up to me and says, I can't stop drinking, can you help me? I can say yes and follow up and do it. That's the best thing. And I've said this for a long time. When I die, I don't want friends to be the first thing that's mentioned. I want that to be the first thing that's mentioned. And I'm going to live the rest of my life proving that.
Next, we have Be a Quitter with Jacob.
All right, how's everyone doing tonight? Everyone's doing good? Hope you all are enjoying the show so far. So today's monthly focus theme of November is, of course, on smoking and vaping, and not only the dangers of both, but also how you can live a healthier, happier life. So here are just 4 quick strategies to help you if you are addicted to smoking or vaping to quit and live a healthier, happier life. The first one is to choose a specific quit date. Not everyone wants to quit immediately. Some people want to quit a week in advance, a month in advance, a couple months in advance, but choosing a specific start date, it could be an anniversary or a birthday or New Year's Eve, or just a special day that means something to you, can really help you in your commitment to quit smoking. The second one is to think about all the ways that quitting smoking will improve your life. It has been medically proven that quitting smoking and putting down cigarettes and vapes does wonders for your health, and not only improves the well-being of your lungs, obviously, but also many more organs of your body that not many people know are affected by tobacco and nicotine. So really doing your own research and, of course, attending monthly focuses and following the cause and our content that is aimed at raising awareness of the dangers of smoking and vaping can really help you as well in your motivation in this fight. The third one is to get rid of temptations. This is obviously a lot easier said than done. But learning to cut off the source of whatever is tempting you and completely pushing out whatever is whatever is attracting you to go back to cigarettes or vapes is also something that will help you stay committed in your fight against tobacco and nicotine. Of course, letting your friends and family members know about your commitment will help them to not only be aware of what you're doing, but also to provide support for you. So try your best to get rid of those temptations and put them out of sight and out of mind. The final strategy we have today is to think about what you learned from past attempts to quit. If this is not your first time trying to quit smoking or vaping, looking at the past from things that you might not have done so well, the mistakes you made, but also things that you did pretty well can really help you in your fight against smoking. So learning from your mistakes and going above and beyond on things that you did well can do wonders for your health. So those are just 4 of the many strategies and tactics to help you quit smoking and to live a healthier, happier life. Thank you.
Thank you, Jacob.
Now we have 2 Gobbles and a Fly with Jacob and Guave.
So basically, 2 Gobbles and a Fly is a play on words of 2 truths and a lie. 3 statements in total will be presented. 2 of them will be true, 1 of them will be false. And as the audience, it is your job to call out the number of the statement that you think is the fly or false. So let's get started. So the first one is, first round, vaping is an epidemic in youth.
Vaping has a long-term effects on your brain.
nicotine is the only chemical found in vapes. Which one do you think is false? I'm hearing a lot of threes. I'm hearing a lot of threes. All right, well, let's see which one is false. You're right, it is number 3. Nicotine is just one of many, many chemicals that are found in vapes that are very destructive to your health. So let's move on to round 2.
Okay, e-cigarettes are 95% less harmful than regular cigarettes and can help people quit smoking.
E-cigarettes are just as addictive as traditional cigarettes.
E-cigarettes produce harmless water vapor instead of smoke. Okay, which one do you think is the fly? Okay, let's see. Yes, anyone who said 3 is correct.
All right, let's move on to round 3. There are approximately 600 ingredients in one cigarette.
Smoking causes anxiety.
And number 3, smoking builds up your immune system. Which one is the fly? I'm hearing a lot of 3s, a lot of 2s, a lot of 1s. Well, the correct answer is number 3, smoking builds your immune system. That is false. Smoking actually destroys your immune system and makes you much more susceptible to many diseases and sicknesses. So let's move on.
In the 1950s, more doctors smoked Camels than any other cigarette.
There isn't glass in a vape.
Formaldehyde is an embalming fluid. Okay, which one do you think is correct? Well, a fly, yeah. Okay, let's see. Anyone who said 2 is correct.
So for this round, the Cowboys won 2 weeks ago against the Eagles.
You were once the youngest person in the world until someone a second after you took that from you.
In a hurricane, Pop-Tarts are the number 1 thing bought. One of them is a fly. Which one is it?
I think it's
I'm hearing 1, 3. Well, the correct answer is number 1. Actually, the Eagles beat the Cowboys 2 weeks ago. Go Birds!
Yeah.
Eagles!
A cow has 4 stomachs.
A snail has 25,000 teeth.
A snail doesn't have any teeth. Okay, which one do you think is the fly? Okay, I'm hearing a lot of 2s. Okay, let's see which one it is. Okay. A snail has... It doesn't have any teeth. Okay. Anyone who said 3 is correct.
All right. In 2 more months, it will be 2024.
There is a nutrient in turkey that can make you tired.
The Sonic the Hedgehog float of 1993 didn't explode. So which one's the fly? Shout out your answer. Which number? I'm hearing a lot of 3s. Well, the fly is number 3. In 1993, the Sonic the Hedgehog float apparently did explode. So that's pretty unfortunate.
Christmas Day is actually on December 24th.
November 1st is not Thanksgiving.
The Cause production crew has been around for 3 years. Which one do you think is the fly? Hearing 1s, 3s. Okay. Correct answer is number 1. Okay.
All right. The Macy's Christmas Parade was originally called the J.C. Penney Christmas Parade.
Big Bird's costume on Sesame Street is made out of turkey feathers that have been dyed yellow.
Jingle Bells is actually a Thanksgiving song. I think this one's pretty easy. Which one's the fly? I'm here on 2s, 3s. Well, the right answer is number 1. The Macy's Christmas Parade was originally called the J.C. Penney Christmas Parade. All right. Thank you very much for participating in 2 Gobbles and a Fly.
Thank
Now
you,
your
Kwame
host.
and Jacob. All right, just a reminder, open mic sign up. You guys still have a chance. Right out there, Darby is standing out with the open mic sheet, and you can go up there and you can sign up, and then at the end of the show, you'll be able to come up, tell a joke or a riddle, poem, anything. All right, thank you.
So now we have the youth spotlight.
with Elena and Cameron.
Cameron isn't
Sadly,
here.
Cameron could not be here tonight, but we do have Elena. So I just like to say, we both like to say, Elena and Cameron did just such a good job with the video that they created, and they still have done a great job with future with things that they've done, like going forward in that, and you guys continue to do a great job, and you guys are just great people, and we're so glad to have you here.
So let's see that video. And now we have the interview with David Myers and Elijah.
Hello, everybody. How y'all? What's going on today? How's it been? I'm here with David Myers. Nice to meet you.
What's up, guys?
So, let me get my questions. What made you start smoking in the first place?
Well, I first want to say just great job, all the young people here that are putting this show on, and I'm excited to be here. I've been here once before as a guest, and then I ended up sharing briefly about addiction. I think the last one was more focused on drugs, and this kind of falls into a legal addiction, right? Smoking. And I think, a lot of the stuff I saw on the information that was given was about how to stop smoking. I think another question, which is important, is why do people start smoking? And I can remember I probably was in 6th grade, and I think it was other kids that I'd met. Usually it's typically someone had parents who smoked, and one of the kids ended up stealing cigarettes, and it was, either trying them themselves, and I think I wanted to look cool. That's really what it came down to. I thought it'll make me look tough, it'll make me look cool, and I can remember one of the first times I remember smoking was I must have been in 6th grade. I'm trying to remember. I think 12, 13, 14. And we smoked at the corner of where our school was. And I wanted the other kids to see me, so they'd be like, "Oh yeah, he's a bad kid, or he's a tough kid." And at that time, I will say though, I didn't inhale. I never inhaled smoking. But that's kind of when initially it was to be cool. I thought it was to make me tough.
I see. Tell me about your journey of quitting smoking.
Well, smoking, like they talk about vaping and smoking, it's probably one of the most addictive things. So I was, I said initially when I tried smoking, I didn't inhale, but I still can remember to this day the first time I ever inhaled a cigarette. And if anyone's ever tried smoking or you first inhale, it's a lot different than just puffing on it, and you actually inhale it into your lungs. And I was riding bikes with my friends at one of the trails, and I remember inhaling, and I was like, "Oh my God!" And it was just like coughing like crazy, and I got really buzzed, and I felt sick. And I remember just riding my bike home, just getting home, and then laying on my bed, and I was like, "Man, this is terrible." But that was kind of where the addiction sets in, because you get used to it. So if you've ever done something bad or something that's not great, and you keep doing it, eventually it doesn't become that enjoyable, right? So I went on to smoke probably from 14 to about 22 years old. And last time I was here, I talked about drugs and drug use, and I was using drugs probably from about 15 to 17. And I shared how I was able to walk away from drugs. I just stopped doing them. And that a lot of it had to do with the people I was hanging out with and the community I was around. But smoking, I could not give up. And it was one of those things I struggled with for a long time, to the point where I actually wouldn't smoke in public. So at this point, I was embarrassed to smoke, because I was around friends and people, like my whole community had changed. I was in college, and so I just didn't smoke in public, and I would still smoke. And to your point, to your question, how I quit, I just couldn't quit. I really, really had tried. And I said at this point I wasn't smoking in public, but like I'll forget. I remember someone's dad, one of my friends, I think their dad saw me smoking. I must have been driving or something and smoking. And one of their friends' dad saw me, and I'm like, oh man, he said, no, I smoke, And I was embarrassed. But I went to a youth event, and it was at a church, and I would attend church periodically as a kid growing up. And at this youth event, they actually, the speaker was like, hey, if there's anybody here with an addiction and like you need help and there's something you can't stop, we want you to come up front. At this point, I was so desperate, I could not quit on my own. And I actually responded to this, I responded to the speaker at the event, and someone prayed for me. And at that moment, the addiction was gone. And it was one of the most freeing things I've ever experienced. And that's how I actually ended up quitting. I was probably 23 years old at that time.
That's good. What specific factors helped you quit?
Well, I think this is really important, and it ties into to alcohol or any addiction that you may be struggling with. I know the addictions now are even different, like with technology and your phones. I think this, we talked about drugs, there's pornography, there's a lot of things that a youth are attacked with just in general with addictions. And the biggest thing for me, and there's a picture of me, and that's my son there. So even before I was, had children, I would think about my future. I think we all think about our future when we're young, right? Things we want to do, things we want to be. And I would envision myself in the future with a family or like being successful. And then I just remember being like, man, like I don't want to have these things and then be dying of cancer or be dying from smoking. And I think the advice I would give is having a vision for your life and being active, like what you guys are doing here tonight with all this youth and this program. It's really cool. The program you guys are putting on. I think it's exciting because you're part of something that's greater, bigger. And maybe some of you will go on to being on TV. Like these young little girls here, you guys are doing great. There's lots of opportunities. And if you get a vision for your life of where you want to be in 10, 5, 10, 15 years, that will help you in a lot of ways with addictions and just saying no to things. But when I was a kid running around, I just didn't have that. And I was just getting into whatever people was going on at the time. I was getting caught up in those situations that weren't healthy.
Do you think kids or youth or anybody can reach out to family members of their own to quit and see what's the problem of smoking?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, obviously, since it's been a while since I was your guys' age, and like things have changed. I think a lot of smoking has become really taboo in a lot of ways. And now, like, I think what's even more of an issue is, in some ways, is the marijuana, which is becoming legalized in all these states. I think, and then the vaping's huge. I watched the Juul documentary on Netflix on how the rise of vapes and a lot of the unknowns and the things that were happening, because there's lots of chemicals, which you guys pointed out tonight. A lot of chemicals in the vapes. And I think, being aware of it, educating, reaching out, letting them know that you could help them, I think is important. And then you have to look at the other side, which I think is also important. Like a lot of times people are doing things like I was trying to smoke to be cool and to fit in. So that's another issue. Maybe I didn't feel loved enough, or I was looking for acceptance. So, looking out for those people that maybe are marginalized, aren't as popular at school, like you can show them love, and that will help as well.
That's good. That's good. How has your life changed since you quit?
Well, I think with anything at the time when I was still smoking, it was like it was like a secret, and living with the secret, or just living like that, it's just lame. And then, you make excuses to do stuff, to go smoke, or I'd be smoking behind somewhere. Just, I think being free and being addicted to anything and getting, in my case, I felt like I was set free from this addiction. It's liberating. And you get to live and be your true self. And that makes a huge difference in confidence. And then I made the comment smelling. The smoking just stinks, cigarettes really smell. So that also helped as well.
Do you think smoking has become an epidemic, especially among the youth?
I think it's gotten a lot better, but I think vaping is definitely an issue now that you guys are facing more than ever, because they have all the flavors, it doesn't smell, it became trendy, and the studies show they targeted youth. They try to make it look like this is some hip, cool thing. But I can tell you, I know a lot of people who come out of recovery, because I work with these guys, and they're doing the vape, and the vape, they say, is the vapes are more addictive than cigarettes, because you're getting this intense hit. And it's just straight, they can actually put more nicotine in those things than a regular cigarette, and they're harder to quit. So I would just say it is a problem. Definitely, it's still an epidemic.
I agree too. What advice do you have for the youth who are struggling to quit?
Well, come to this event. I think just educating yourself. Like, if you're struggling with something, it doesn't matter what it is, reach out to someone in your life that can help, whether it's a family member, a friend, a youth leader, community leader here. There's lots of people, I think, in this room that are going to help you. And it's getting it out. Once you are able to admit you have something or you have a problem, that's the first step, that you can get the help you need.
I agree, Mr. Myers. There's a lot of people that struggle with a lot of things and a lot of vaping, smoking, and I feel like in this community we're in right now, we can help them a lot.
Well, I appreciate that. I got a question for you. So, if I'm putting you on the spot, have you ever been offered like a vape or smoking right now in school?
Yes, but I declined it.
Hey, good job.
It was nice. It was nice having you here, Mr. Myers, and I will hope to see you again.
All right, thank you guys.
Thank you. All right, now we have the outreach moment with Elena. Text thanks.
Okay, everybody, who is excited for Thanksgiving? Around Thanksgiving every year, you always get the age-old question, what are you thankful for? And you may brush off the question, oh, I'm thankful for my family and friends, and that is a good thing. But I encourage you to really take a moment to really think about what you are thankful for. And now for outreach, the outreach moment is where we take what we learn here and share it with people who aren't here today. And so I encourage you to text somebody who you are thankful for and just be encouraging and tell them that you're thankful for them, because everybody needs to hear that they are thought of.
All right, thank you, Elena. And now the well-awaited open mic. So if you guys went out and you signed up to tell a joke, a poem, a riddle, anything, you guys, we invite you now to come up and tell a joke or anything like that. And if you haven't and you still want to, you can go out there and you can sign up.
Oh, no, you can go here now.
And you might be able to come up tonight. So yes, thank you. All right, so first, can we have Sophia Hughes? Can we have Sophia Hughes come up? Thank you.
Hi, I'm Sophia Hughes. I'm a Leo, and I miss Delaware's teen. and I'm so excited to be here, and I absolutely love the cause. They're so amazing people. And and I just wanted to talk a little bit about my annual Christmas party. My Christmas party is called All I Want for Christmas, and we've partnered with some amazing partners this year. We're partnering with the POW, and we've also partnered with the Leos and the Lions Club, and they're all amazing people. And last year, the party was really big because of the Lions Club. We had lots of gifts, we had lots of food, and lots of people who were in need were able to go home with some amazing stuff, and the children were very happy with some amazing toys. Now, Giving Tuesday is coming up. We accept all donations, but they must be new. We also have a sign-up sheet. If you know a family that's deserving of an amazing Christmas this year, sign them up. It wouldn't hurt anybody, and hopefully we'll have a really great Christmas party this year, and thank you.
Thank you. Okay, next we have Jimbe. You have a joke. Nice.
What do you call a fake noodle? Yeah.
An imposter?
Yes. An imposter.
Nice job, Jimbe.
All right. And next we have Miss Hayat.
With a riddle and a what?
It's fine.
All right. What goes up and never comes down? Age! Correct.
Oh, I get it.
With that, I also have a display that Scott, talk about smoking, so I have lovely display of what your body does to smoking. Please check them out. So really realistic, and somebody told me that really realistic. So just sometimes it takes an image. So with the reach out moment, say something, so that makes a difference. So you never know what you say that matters. So please, whenever you think about saying, say something. So I like that, texting, talking about people.
Okay, thank you. So now, would anybody else just like to come up and tell a joke or a riddle
Anyone?
or a
Oh,
poem?
Evie, come on. Come on, buddy.
What do you got design?
He wants you to compliment his drawing. What do you think of it? Nice job, Evie.
Punk Spider-Man.
Good job, Evie. Anyone else? Oh, Clave, come on.
Okay. I don't know if you guys experience the same experience, but so you know how when you go into the shower in a hotel, it feels normal at home, but when you're at a hotel, it feels like a bunch of baseballs being thrown at you. And the weirdest thing is, after it hits you, you can't even feel it. So like I don't get it. What's with this hotel water? But it's literally making my back sting for only a second, and then it's over. So I don't know what's up with it. That's all.
Thank you, Clave. That's actually very relatable. Anyone else? Oh, okay, come on.
Nice. I have a riddle. What has sand but no deserts, water but no beaches, towns but no land, and snow but no mountains? A map.
Thank you.
All right, that was a good one.
One more person?
Anybody else want to come up? Just all right, you come up.
What's a 3-letter word that starts with gas? Anything else? Car.
All right, thank you. That was good. That was good.
All right.
Anybody else want to come up? Heck, even if you want to sing a song or like anything like that, you want to come up and you do whatever.
We need people. Come on.
You want to come up? Did you raise your hand back there in the? Okay. Sure.
Well, thanks, guys.
One moment with the tuning. So this open mic, in a way, is kind of a preview of an idea that this video production crew has had to do another night, in addition to this community dinner monthly focus night, to do a coffee house night. Does everybody here know what a coffee house is? Who doesn't know what a coffee house is? Raise your hand. Okay, a couple hands. So a coffee house is a place where you can go where you don't have to be 21 because they serve things like coffee and tea and juice and soda, and where you can see people perform. And so there's actually somebody here who organizes something like a coffee house, right? Mr. Ronan does an open mic at the Wilmington Public Library where people go and they play. Isn't that right? Right over there on the first Wednesday of every month, by the way, for any people who want to practice being on stage. It's a really good way to practice performing on stage if you're doing music or spoken word, right? Is that accurate? Yeah, so this video production crew is interested in doing a coffee house here. Do you guys think that's a good idea?
Yes.
As a place where teens can come, where young people can come and families and have some sodas and some juices and maybe some coffee and listen to some performances. Right, where people can sign up to just do 1 or 2 poems or 1 or 2 songs. So I'm just going to do 1 song for you right now, along with these poems and jokes, as a preview. And just imagine if it was a whole bunch of teens doing what I'm doing right now. I think that'd be pretty great. All right, this song is about a young woman who I met at the grocery store in Pike Creek. It's called Up in Canada. I often see you there with your blue and purple hair. And sorry if I stare, you just remind me of my youth. So as you check my items through, I try to stop and chat with you. And for whatever reason, you surprise me with the truth. College has been rough, you're not sure where you're going. You've got company enough. But where should you be running? You're made of stronger stuff. You are a different breed. Maybe up in Canada's exactly what you need. This song's also kind of like what you were talking about, Mr. Myers, about having stuff to do and having a purpose when you're young. I can hear you speak, 'cause I know these streets are bleak, so silent in their sameness, they hold nothing that you seek. Out here there's no bohemia, no raucous quadrophenia to give you the latitude to feel a little free. Growing up is rough, you're not sure where you're going, you've got company enough. But where should you be running? You're made of stronger stuff. You are a different breed. Maybe up in Canada's exactly what you need. Maybe up in Canada's exactly what you need. I should meet your man. He's a stagehand, has a band, and he got into the union reunion, though it wasn't really planned. You're here part-time cashiering, the work's all right, it's a routine. And you wouldn't want to wear a suit and get up in the morning. I know your story well. It could have been me talking 20 years ago, when I felt like I was falling. I felt so out of place. I was a different breed, but at least I had a latitude to feel a little free. You will find your place. You are a different breed. Maybe up in Canada's exactly what you need. Maybe up in Canada's exactly what you need. Maybe up in Canada's exactly what you need. Thanks, man.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Miss
That's
Jet.
really good.
That was wonderful.
Now we have the chicken dance, which
We
will be led by
encourage
Clave.
everybody to get up and join us.
Yeah, Clave's leading it.
go.
Come on.
All right,
There's
so
also
we
led
invite
by
you all to
Ramon
come
and
up.
Lilo.
Come on, please.
Anyone
Come up
can
here and
dance
help
here.
and join
Come on,
and
Mr.
dance
Dennis.
with us. Come on.
Yes. Everyone, if
Everyone.
you want to, come up here.
All
On
right.
stage, on the floor, on the floor, on the floor.
All right, come on. Come on, get up here.
Come on, Kenzie.
All right.
Ready? Come on, Kenzie.
All right, come on. Come on, guys. Come on, get up. Come up. Come over here. Come on, you gotta dance.
Come on, Darby.
Let's go.
Yes.
All right.
Hey, Dad.
Come up here.
Dad, you want to get on
Let's
the
do
floor?
this.
Nice job, Clave. Nice arm work. Be careful of the wires.
Kenzie, I see you. Come on. That was great.
All right. Quick word from my father.
Ronan Hollins.
She wanted me to end it like this.
That's all, folks.
Thank you, guys. That's all, folks.
Thank you.
Next
Thank you
monthly
for
focus,
attending.
12/21.
Also, please donate for those in need in the food bin downstairs. The deadline is Friday, tomorrow. So if you have food that you want to give, just go.
All right, and join us next time for the next monthly focus on December 21st, 2023. Save the date. All right, and can all the crew members come up and we can take a staged picture taken.
Lave, come on.
Erica, come up here. You're part of the crew. Come on. All right, thank you, everybody, and please join us next time for the next monthly focus. Thank you.
One last thing, though. Make sure to clean up your areas before you leave, please, and thank you.
Thank you.
Give them all another round of applause, everybody, to the Cause Production crew.